Alrighty, hello again, this is Trice Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey, and back on the Darkwing account. We need to get some tritium to refuel the carrier somewhat, and if we've got time, maybe do a little bit of stuff on the ground to work on his engineering unlocks for the equipment engineers. Hello, Shane. Welcome back. All right, system map. So I can get, oops, tritium. Let's see, I am in Ceronir. Moose orbital. Not that far away. Make sure my inventory is empty. And what do we got on the ship? I can use 2 loads, I guess. Retract landing here.
Landing gear retract.
Might be able to put 3 loads in there. Let's see. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Permission authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 40.
Scan detected.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Commence power down. Greetings, Commander.
Alright, let's see what we got for factions here. Nobody I need to do anything with. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander.
Scan detected.
Deploy landing gear.
Deploy your
Landing gear deployed.
Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
Hello, Alex. Yeah, yes, actually. Although not strictly part of the game.
Commence
Um,
countdown.
I have
Welcome, Commander.
I purchased Voice Attack, which puts keyboard input in, and since a lot of the controls in the system have key bindings, it's relatively easy to basically set up just about any well, anything that the key bindings will support. I hear you in that. I thought I recognized your name. Oh, well, welcome back. Yeah, for realism, I can't see you not having a voice assistant in the cockpit. So, yeah, voice attack is a great add-on for the game. Um, and I mean, it's really not hard to set up. You just go into your controls and I don't know. So putting key bindings on a lot of things. And then just using those in voice attack. Hello, Jean-Marc. Welcome back. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. There's no way to finish them. They're endless. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retract.
You have liftoff.
This isn't a story-driven, well, it's somewhat story-driven with the Thargoid War, but it's much more of a sandbox than anything else.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Well, there are some systems that are mission locked. But I mean, you decide really what you want to do in the game. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 02.
There is quite a bit of lonely work to unlock all the engineers and all that stuff. But then after you get that and you're able to engineer a decent Thargoid vessel, you could join up with many of the Thargoid wings and
Attention, Commander. You need to reduce your speed.
hey, excuse me. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
You could wing up with a bunch of those guys and go kill
Landing gear deployed.
Thargoids. I mean, that's certainly a fun thing to do. If you don't like dark space, well, maybe ground missions are a thing for you. I don't know.
Docking
There's just
successful.
so much to...
Flight
Oops, I
ready
didn't mean to do that.
You are most welcome, Commander.
There's just so much to do in the game. It's hard for me to imagine, somebody not being able to find something that they enjoy. But I suppose it's possible.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Actually, show you something you probably haven't seen. Although I'm not actually going to be doing anything here except running around a little bit. Well, then probably the best thing to do is to join one of the wings. Oop, did I go the wrong way? Where's the door? Oh, it's behind me. Oh, it's a long ways over here.
I've got a decent payday for the right person with a gun. Is that you?
If you want a courier job and aren't too picky, step on up.
So, I mean, there's certainly plenty to do, but if you really want to play in the group, then the first, your first order of business in the game is finding a group to play with. Okay, let's not run through the pits again this time. Goodness, this is a big ship. This is the ship that I call Truck, yeah. I'm parked in the space station right now. But this is an Imperial Courier, one of the largest ships in the game. And I've currently got this one set up for cargo. I have another one that I set up for mining. Yeah, that would be nice. You know, it's a nice to have. But goodness, I mean, if I had to walk all the way down here and then walk into my ship as well, ugh. I still would love to walk around the ships, don't get me wrong, but or at least have the option of doing so. That would be nice. But at least I can walk around the space stations and I can walk around some planets. Just not in the ship. And I can walk around my carrier. Track landing gear.
Detachment complete. You are go for departure.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Unfortunately, no.
Be on the lookout for heavy traffic. Steer clear of other vessels.
Frameshift drive charging.
The carrier is basically a mobile space station that you own.
2, 1, engage.
I don't think it's necessary. I'd much rather be able to walk into my ship than do that. You're not really the captain of the carrier. You're the carrier owner, and you've got an entire crew that fly that. Actually, maybe I'll just do that right now. 1,400 plus 9 is over 2K. Yeah, I think I've got enough with 2 loads. Well, let's go land on the carrier and I'll show you what you can do with the carrier. So the whole reason I've been buying tritium in this system is it's a relatively inexpensive system to buy tritium, and tritium is the fuel that carriers use. And what I've been doing with my carrier is I've been dropping it in a mining system and buying platinum from miners and then finding good places across the bubble to sell my platinum. So last night I managed to sell all the platinum, and I needed some tritium because I was starting to run low, and now it's ready to jump back to the mining system. So we can do that. And here's my carrier.
This is flight control. Considerate pilots are welcome, Commander.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander.
Now you just can't go anywhere.
Scan detected.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
It only really uses the tritium for hyperspace jumps, so. Yeah. Just go get some. The only difficulty is if you're way, way out away from all systems, you got to go mine it. Or go to one of the star carriers
Solid approach. What can we do for
and
you,
buy
Commander?
from them. So as you can see, you got a tritium depot here. Mine's currently full. It holds 1,000. I could put some in storage, but rather than do that at the moment,
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
run across the landing bay. At least I don't have to run the full length of it. This is, of course, my carrier, so the thing is, carriers are expensive money-wise, so you need a way to pay for the maintenance. But, you know, I got a gear guy here for selling gear, which mainly I use to sell my gear. You know, any extras I pick up. Got a bar over here, which I can. There's certain other commodities I can put up for sale over there. Vista Genomics, where I can sell my genetic data, is the internal representation of the shipyard. Don't have any ships actually for sale, but I can manage my ships. Then over here we got the public seating for use during jumps. Your entire fleet and several other people's entire fleets. I don't know that there really is a maximum other than the maximum amount of ships the game allows you to own. All right, here's the command deck. We have people, well, everybody seems to be properly in their seats tonight and not stuck through the middle of them. Here's my ship owner's ready room. And I can walk down the stairs and look over the shoulders of these guys. So he's up a little over his seat, but not bad. And then if I've got guests in the carrier, they can I can let them up here. They can sit there during the jump. But this is my seat. The owner's seat, where I can run carrier operations. So, let's jump this guy where it belongs. Let's see if I can. Oh, I might be able to get into my spot, maybe? Nope, system's full. Okay. Oh no, it took it. Oh, cool. Great. 500 light years. All right, so now let's see. Commodity trading, manage market. Actually, let's see what they're buying platinum for. View additional options. All right, currently people are selling around 220 in Omicron Capricorni. So I still got a buy order for that. Platinum, trade, buy. Let's set a buy order for 230, just so it fills quick. There's no variation in jump. All carriers jump 500 light years. All right, set the buy order. All right, so the carrier's basically set up. It's going to jump in 13. Good, it's a nice short jump time tonight. So I guess we'll sit here and we'll watch it jump because it's cool. All right, so at Omicron Capricorni, the nice that right now the top price that people are buying for is 220,000. I'm going to buy at 230 because I know I can make that back with money to spare. And that's kind of the thing with a carrier. You can buy exorbitant amounts of stuff, and with a 500 light year jump range, you can basically quite quickly get to wherever the best sell point in the galaxy is and go there and sell it. So for instance, this past week and a half, I bought platinum at 235K per ton, and I sold it at 265K per ton for a 30K per ton profit with basically very little work. So what I'm ending up doing is, paying the miners a lot of money to spend all that time and risk mining the platinum, giving them a good payout, and I can make a reasonable amount of money and completely support my carrier with 30K per ton profit. So that's what I aim to do. So buying at 35, I will be able to sell at 265, which there are generally ports where I can sell anywhere from 265 to 285, are relatively common things to find. And so I make a reasonable profit, fully support the carrier and myself, and it doesn't spend me much, or I don't spend much time at it, because at 730 tons per run, an hour or two, and I empty the carrier, provided I can sell it all at one port. So I make a decent profit. The miners make a great profit. They take all the risk. So then why shouldn't they take the majority of the profit? And so, I mean, this little gig has been going on for I don't know, 3 years, maybe more. It was well established before I got into doing it. And, if you don't need your carrier to doing other things, I mean, right now my carrier holds all of my ships for this character and all of my ships for my other character, and that's its only job. It's just a gigantic parking garage. So, you know, do, doing this platinum trade, it covers its expenses plus some, and and I don't have to really do a whole lot of work to it, and I can spend most of my time playing my main character. Works out for me, works out for the miners. This week I could probably sell at 225 and get away with it.
This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please
But
conclude
235 is usually what I sell at. Or what I buy at. Sorry, not sell, buy. And I don't generally bother with more than 8,000 tons. I mean, I could. Um, but that's as much as it lets me buy at once, so I'd have to redo the order. Actually, I wonder if there's something I could do to adjust that. I got 9 minutes left. Budget. I have no upkeep allocation. Carrier balance. Manage service tariffs. I don't have any tariffs. Yeah, the carrier takes a minimum of 15 minutes to jump. Sometimes it can take several hours to jump depending on the jump windows in the game. Deposit withdraw. So as you can see here, it's running me around 34,000 credits per week in upkeep. But it wouldn't let me. One jump. Not 500K, 500 light years. God, 500,000 light years, that would be crazy. But no, it's 500 light years. So 500K would be larger than I mean, it's only 56,000 light years to the far end of the galaxy, so yeah. No, it's 500 light years is your jump range. In fact, if I go over here, navigation, you'll see I have 1,000 units of tritium, 500 light year range, which if I don't have enough tritium to actually do the jump, the range will shrink. But it's only going to take me 38 tritium to jump to the system I'm going to. And I'm not even sure how many light years that is. What is that? 193 light years. So it's, you know, a little under 200 light years. A million light years, I mean, you could jump any, well, actually 100,000 light years, you could jump anywhere in the Milky Way. It's only 64,000 light years across, or 75,000 light years across, whatever. Yeah, so it's not, you know, 500 light years is reasonable. And I understand the reasoning behind the 15-minute minimum lag for the jump, and it has to do with the fact that carriers are not instance locked. Carriers exist in all instances. So when I jump this to Omicron Capricorni, it's available in everybody's instance throughout all the servers in Omicron Capricorni where I jump it to. Right now, it's available right where it is to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're in open, if you're in a private group, if you're in solo, you can get to the carrier. I think the only restriction I put on the carrier is if you're wanted, you can't land. Other than that, anybody can land here, well, because it's basically a it's basic, you know, I'm dropping it into a mining system so that people can sell me platinum so I can go sell it somewhere else. So, I mean, it's basically a trading hub and that I just move around. Yep. So I'm jumping 200 light years. I could jump 5.
Services are offline. Network access is temporarily unavailable.
And I mean, I rarely have to do more than 2 jumps to go where I need to go in what I'm doing here. If you're heading across the galaxy, well, you know, 64,000, divide that by 500 and add a couple extra, and that's how many jumps it'll take you. So what's that, 128 jumps to cross the galaxy, or 130 jumps? You'll run out of tritium before you use up 130 jumps, but unless you've got nothing else in the ship. But as you can see, I mean, there's basically a crew running my carrier for me. It's got its own captain, it's got navigators, it's got store owners, it's got all sorts of stuff. But as the owner, I'm, you know, think of it more. Oh, that's hardly the most. Get ready for amazing. This I love watching the carriers jump because it's the best jump sequence in the game. It's some of the best special effects in the game. So I'll just shut up here and let it go. And let's watch the amazing.
Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump.
So it locked down the landing bays, closed them all off. Yeah, I said I was going to shut up and I didn't. And what's interesting is I can look up through these windows and I can see hyperspace through those when we're going through it too, but I'll leave it locked to the front view for this jump.
Attention all personnel, frameshift drive has been engaged. Attention, counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now we just traversed 193 light years.
Please stand by while final checks are completed.
Now, one other thing about the carrier jumping
Has been lifted, all services have resumed. Thank you.
is there is a carrier jump drive cooldown of 15 minutes before you can schedule another jump. So you can only really jump once every half hour unless there's some, server lags or things like that, or the servers are extremely busy and then there's additional jump times. So it'll be 15 minutes before I could schedule another jump. But since this is the system I intend to leave the carrier in, there won't be any more jumps. But I do love, I can come in here and I can sit down in my seat, one of the seats in my ready room, kind of look out the window, see things happening. I can stand in front of the window and see things happening. I got another seat over here at my desk I can sit in. I would love it if that screen was actually a little bit closer when you sat down and was interactable, but it's not. Got my coffee machine. Gotta have a coffee machine. Can manage the carrier from here. Where do I want to go? See if I got anybody sleeping. Have any nodders tonight? Yeah, got a nodder.
I haven't felt this exhaust.
Finish the fight.
Oh yeah, that's that guy, okay. The sound design, the graphics design, everything about the whole hyperspace jump is just absolutely amazing. I love just going there and watching it. In fact, when I first bought the carrier for my main character, I loaded it up with tritium and I just jumped it like 10 times just to watch it. It was just so much fun to watch it. All right, back in the ship. So, we used up some tritium. So let's put some tritium into the tritium depot from the ship. Tritium depot is now full. And then we take the rest of the tritium and we transfer it into the carrier. So we got 2,388 tons of tritium in the carrier. That will certainly be plenty for now. So, alrighty. So at this point, actually, we got a couple of choices of what to do tomorrow night. What I'm thinking is to get back onto my main character and continue his journey outbound to his carrier, which is currently in need of tritium to sell to other carriers. So I got to go out there and I should do some mining. Actually, let me see. Let's see. I want to buy tritium. And where is it? Oops, wrong button. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Oh, I don't have a. I don't have a thing out here. Good enough. Okay. Oh. That's not right. Well, let's try the other. All right, so I've still got 50. I still only need 3,000 tons to fill up. Okay, that's fine. Where is that compared to me? $55,000 light years. Figure it would take even take a carrier 110 jumps to get that far out. It's a long ways. Alrighty. So I guess that's the plan. We will come back at some other point and finish off some engineer unlocks and some other things on this character, but well, yeah. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Where I am right now, or this character is here. And Sol is only 136 light years away. Not that a carrier can jump to Sol. It's carrier locked. But you could jump to Alpha Centauri, Bernard Star, Lumen 16, Wolf 359, any of the ones around here. Ross 596. Ross 596. So you're only 245.6 light years away from me at the moment. Or away from this character, anyway. Not that far. And if you're into platinum mining, well, there's some lovely asteroid belts in this system, and I'm paying an exorbitant price, so it's a great way for people who like mining to make money. Sure. So I'm currently have your system centered. Oh, heck no. You're near the bubble, and the bubble is, so that's the center of the galaxy there. The bubble's here, but the galaxy goes way out here. So you're still within the bubble, and that's, it's just not all that far from Earth, or from, actually you're between like a couple of the Thargoid invasion areas. But you're a reasonable distance from them, so you should be just fine. Well, I mean, Sol, where was Sol? Sol was like right over here somewhere. I mean, it's not, and these are the beginners area. Well, I can't zoom into the planet because this character's never been to that system, so. I can't see what's there. Not without buying the data, and I have no intention of doing that. I wonder, how do I set target, plot, route, Thargoid, friends? Too far. Oh, I'm too far away. I can't buy any data. Okay. Anyway, yep. So you're not all that far from Seoul. You're not all that far from the starting systems. You're not all that far from the mining system that I'm parked in. But, and you're not all that far from the Thargoid battles. So you've got a lot of options of things you could choose to do, depending on what group you get involved with. If you want to get involved with the fight against the Thargoids, there's plenty of squadrons that are would be more than happy to have you. There's also several beginner squadrons for newish players. I don't happen to know them off the top of my head, but they are advertised on the Frontier forums. And you can also find squadrons over here. And of course I can't show you that because I'm in a squadron and I'm not leaving the squadron to show it. I certainly understand that. It is time for me to do the same as well. Alrighty, so at this point we have finished emptying the carrier and buying the tritium we need to continue the carrier's mission here. Tomorrow night, I think we will go back onto my main character and continue out towards the that character's carrier to go mine some tritium and help and fill it back up. It needs about 3,000 tons, so that's going to take a bit of time. So we're going to leave things here. I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. In the stream chat, we have Shane, Alex, and Jean-Marc. I think that's everybody. Let me see. I don't want to miss. Oh, nope. We got Nug. Hi, Nug. I didn't see you jump in. And that's everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. It's great having you all along, as always. So at this point, we're going to leave things here, pick it up on the other character tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.